Alright, ladies and gentlemen, welcome back for another week of Komplettligaen Div 4. Today was match day number 5, and let's check out how the teams fared so far. Still in first place, Gochok with currently 231 points. That's a lot of points. Second and third, close together with Los Polos Hermanos and Joel with 204 and 203 points. Then another team quite close with Pomfrey on rank number 4 and 195 points. So only 8 points less than third ranked Pure Ill. 175 points for We Blame Lack on rank number 5. Then we have 166 for Doc on rank number 6. 139, so a bigger gap for Killed by Pen. 126 for the Lost Boys on rank number 8, who, well, got back into the top 8 at the end of the last stream, considering they got 2 ranks up. Nomad dropping down to rank number 9 with 123 points, so still close. Then we have Alien Nation on rank 10 with 115 points. 11th place so far for the North Navigators with 112 points. Then, on rank number 12, we have Omega with 88 points, so still 12 points to go to make it to the triple digits. If they combine their points with the North Navigators, they would be on rank 4 so far, taking over the spot from Pomfrey. Nonetheless, unfortunately, they are split. Plainfader so far with 13th place and 69 points. Then we have 51 for Uberflocken, and last but not least, Ishav's Guerrillian OGs with 48 points on 15th place, and only 18 games though, because they did not play last week, therefore have 1 game day less and 6 matches less than all of the other teams. And with that, we'll hop over to match number 1. We are back on Miramar. As you can see, our plane pass starts between Prison and Partona and will end close to Oasis. So, well, a lot of spots for the teams to drop to and jump to. And hopefully they will find a spot they care about. So let's see, this roughly, very roughly, should be where the teams can drop to. So Alcantara as direct spot will be out. Tierra Bronca, Al-Azhar, Truck Stop, Impala, and Puerto Paraíso as well. Los Leones is reachable, same for Cantera and Minas Generales, as well as Cruz del Val, and up here Campo Militar. Nonetheless, it might be a stretch, and we might see some hot drops over here. I have to check the drop because we can see that then. So I guess the Lost Boys might be one of the teams who could compete with one of the other teams, but we'll see about that. It's only 11 teams registered for it. That means we are 4 teams short, and those 4 teams have to decide where they want to drop as well. Nonetheless, plane number 1 is taking its start, and that means we'll hop it in once the plane shows itself and follow one of the players. In this case, it's Gator for Killed by Pan, playing together with Lydia, Trumpty, and Darls. Currently ranked 7 with 139 points. First to drop out are the Lost Boys, going in the direction of Resort. Normally they would play Puerto Paraíso, so maybe they want to do that, taking a car on the road close to the coast and then drive in there. Next up, we have Doc dropping out together with the players of We Blame Lack. Then we have Fine Fira and the players from Gochok. Not going to go Doc, because that's not on this map. Let's take North Navigators going to Monte Nuevo, it seems. Then we have Los Polos Hermanos and Uberflocken going for Graveyard, Minas Generales, Cantera split, it seems. The players from Ishav's Guerrillian OGs going for the Power Grid split. Then killed by Pan with El Pozo. San Martin played by Bjoril. Next up, we have Alien Nation going for the spot close to the road over here. After them, a Pomfrey dropped out with a split around water treatment, I might say. Nomad going for Crucible. And last but not least, we have Omega in Oasis. Circle shifts. In this case, it shifts to the southwestern part-ish. Considering, well, it's a slight southern touch, but it goes mainly to the west. So good position for all the teams who dropped out quite early. And we might have a light contest right after the beginning between Ulvaflocken and the players from Los Polos Hermanos. Because Kjansrud and Mjansrud are quite close. And as you know, with that position over here for Ulvaflocken, once they decide to play this ridge over here, or the cliff over here, they can look down into that compound, into the graveyard, and can see what the players of Los Polos Hermanos are up to. Also, don't forget, you have the slide over here, with which you can travel quite fast to the other side of that road, and will hopefully get an advantage if you're lucky. Nonetheless, it will not be the easiest getting over there. So let's see, what can we say about the teams so far? Finfura, they did decide to go for Impala. That means they have a rather interesting road ahead of them. Considering that We Blame Black are currently in Los Leones, they most likely will decide to go a bit more central, most likely. So I did turn my draw dog there. So they most likely might go for around here-ish. Same might apply for dog. As we know, church is still free. That will be over here. And we have our first fight and first shots over here. Like I said, Kjansrud was spotted there by the Layla. And we also could see that one player from Ulvaflocken already made his way all the way over here, which is Atlas, who was tagged as well. So we did have a few shots traded. Kjansrud with 43 damage, the Layla was 40. So far, Atlas, the one who took those 43 damage. So better position and better damage for now from Los Polos Hermanos. And they did decide all four to get into this compound over here. More shots coming in from there. It looks, I'm not quite sure if that was there. Just going over here. Should have been only Atlas, who gets tagged as well. And is playing with an M16 and a micro Uzi. M16 is something we have seen quite a lot in the last few matches when watching Nordics. So I'm not quite sure if this is a Nordic thing, or if even more players are now playing the M16 to maybe get an advantage. Oh, Kjansrud with a beautiful headshot against Moldfield. Not quite sure if he is new or if that is just a rename. I'm gonna check this out for you. I'm gonna check this out because I know that we obviously have a list of players. Now it seems like he hasn't played. If he has played, if he is renamed, he's not on the list yet. So this most likely will happen after the first match. Then we will see if the Moldfield is renamed or if he's one of the players who, or if he's a new player. So we can see there is an airdrop over here. Floppy and his teammates quite close. Atlas decided to use the MK14 instead of the M16. Valid, I would say. But I guess that Los Polos Hermanos might be willing to go for the airdrop as well. And that might be against them. So let's see what Atlas can see. He saw Mjansrud there. They might have seen him as well. Oh, beautiful shots. Mjansrud with the knock against Atlas. Barely stays alive though. As we can see, Mjansrud finishes that kill. That means the first death this match. And on the count for Ulvaflokken. And over here we have another team quite close to Ishav's Guerrillian OGs. John unfortunately has no ammo left in his AUK and therefore has to shoot with his SLR against Pumphrey. Pumphrey though just not carrying it all. There wasn't really any damage. Or at least not that much damage by John. Getting some shots in as well from the Norse Navigators, it seems. Crazy is over here with the Mini. Also with some shots in their direction. Quite sure what Draz is shooting, but the auto observer decided, well, there are shots there, so we want to check out what happened. Sonic's throwing a tire there. Over there, that should have been Dog with a hit. Yes, that was John A. Not to confuse with John. Though those names are quite similar, they are not the same. Over here we have Nomad currently rotating close to that buggy from Los Polos Hermanos. Not sure if Patronus and Crisp are willing to go for the fight, but it seems like it. He's one of them. Oh, beautiful shots. Crisp. Doing his deed. Loppy and Mjansrud still able to get away. Barely clinging on to life though. Mjansrud with 33. Loppy was 33 and Mjansrud was like 12 HP. So it seems the buggy survived this. No tire has been harmed. And that's quite rare, considering they did fight against an M249. Over here we have the Lost Boys. Currently quite close to the church, where we have We Blame Mac with Matzi and Ghost of Valley. Ghost of Valley currently with one of the highest positions in the match. Considering we have no one on one of the hills. At least not to my knowledge. Therefore the church should be one of the highest vantage points you have there on the map so far. But that's not all. Let's check out where we have more shots coming in. John over here. Oh, well, we do have someone on top of a hill. Over here, Little Begonat. And John for Ishav's Korean OG. But I think those are still a bit lower than the church over there. Should be there. This over there should be the church. Even though it hasn't fully rendered yet. But once we go into that direction. There we go. So roughly the same height. Circle shifted again, this time in favor of all the teams who decided to go close to the position of the Norse Navigators, who are currently in the center of the circle. Everybody who's stuck to the east and north of the map needs to move, even though we still have an airdrop in the north who has not been spotted by Alien Nation or by Ishav's Guerrillian. Is this dropping down, or yeah, it just landed? So I guess Ishav's Guerrillian might make a run for it, it seems. At least checking out that direction. Guess I would be quite happy about that, Lynx. That's all around the map. No match with some shots. See some shots from InviSan. Great Lawan. Not moving once I switch to him. I like that. That helps the... we do have some friends over here. Nice knocks, Easter plays. Oh, there is a BRDM over here. Brakara dropping out of it. Meanwhile, we have the kill against Easter plays. Junk and Brakara, the last two remaining members of Alien Nation. They have to prepare for the onslaught. Inca in trouble. Only 4 HP remain. The Phantom needs to move. 2 kills on his count. Oh, nice molly there. Ibra with the flash against Junk. As you can see, you can't see much for now. Phantom willing to go for the push. Will he be able to do so? And he does! Beautifully done, flushing Brakara, and Alien Nation is eliminated. And they won a BRDM. You can see this BRDM has not been destroyed yet. Let's check out the interior. Can we see the current mileage on it? 362. I'm not quite sure if this even moves, but that would be interesting to see. Toughen up, Joel, with the first team elimination of the match. First kills going to those guys over here, to Sloppy Jarvis and his teammates from Los Polos Hermanos. Kill was done by Kjansrud against the guys over here, Ulveflocken, Atlas. Unfortunately, they were first one to be eliminated. No shots in the direction of Los Polos Hermanos. Ulveflocken not too happy about them eliminating their teammate. We can see we have a recall killed by Pan. Did lose Lydia for a moment. Seems. Shots over here from Gohok in the direction of Ishaf's Guerrilla Energies. And Trumpy got knocked by Isildur. Humphrey in a fight against killed by Pan. Well, this angle is beastly. Jansrud trying to find an angle where he's, well, quite invisible to their opponents. Meanwhile, Dreas knocked by Ghost of Valley. Theria Gaming with a double knock there against Pomfrey. There and Yev, unfortunately, down to their knees. See if they can push further, or if they decide not to do it. Nades coming in. Bit too far. Sildor should be able to get them back on his feet. Or at least Yev, who's getting knocked again. And now it's only Gavor. Last but not least. Oh. Or was it a car explosion? I'm not quite sure. That nade was too cooked. John eliminated, not eliminated. Only there who's still on his knees. Gavor needs to make a move. Otherwise, Pomfrey will be eliminated by the North Navigators. Considering that Pomfrey is on rank 4 and the North Navigators only on rank 11. That would be disastrous for Pomfrey. North Navigators did retreat. A shot Still not able to get the knock in. Question is Gavo able to go for the race? I doubt it though. I mean, Larry is still behind that tree, so they should be able to do so, but Gavo decides to run away. Rather let his teammate bleed out. Easter plays coming back. And over here we have the fight between Feinfeder and the guys from Los Polos Hermanos. The drain knocked by Stockton. Lapper not seeing anything. I think he's getting some help from Doc, it seems. Oh, getting a knock against Jansrud. But unfortunately, he's almost down, and those shots from Jansrud seal his fate. Therefore, Los Polos Hermanos eliminating Feinfeder. And next up, I guess Doc will have a say in this. I mean, Trina has a good spot there on the roof. He should be able to at least get some shots in from over here. Unfortunately for him, though, Ulverflocken has a good spot in his direction. So if he see him dancing on that roof, that will be a hot tin roof for him. Over here we can see Isha Scarillion moving forwards. Trying to get a good spot in. Over here with some shots in the direction of Ulverflocken. Trina has been spotted by Patronus in this case, trying to get another hit in. I think Trina able to dodge that. And over here we have a fight between the North Navigators and Joel's Defento, knocked and flushed by Craziest. Pomfrey eliminated after Norton ran over Gavor. That most likely happened around here-ish. Yeah, over here. Gavor eliminated. Norton just ran him over and said, well, there was something on the street. I'm not quite sure what. Must have been, I don't know, a blanket or something. It just wasn't, it was just laying there. Shots now in the direction of Omega. Norton eliminated after the cars getting blown to smithereens. Dixery knocked and flushed by Lydia, and that just leaves Swapman and Mellon. Blackman, Mellon, and they need to make a move. As you can see, circle shifted away from anybody. And we have our next opponents over here. Nice knock by Gator against Lydia. I'm not quite sure if that was intentional. Considering, though, that Gator was knocked after fucking Lydia, and Lydia killing himself with the nade. That's unfortunate. Meanwhile, Omega close to Sloppy and his teammates from Los Polos Hermanos. They're currently down here in the dip. Considering their position, it should still be playable, though. At least till the circle shifts. Difficult, though, for Ulverflocken. And they're getting shots left and right. They still do have a car over here. That was knocked by Timix. Wilden, Dravenen, Trumpty. He has the optimal chance. Whiffed it though. Killed by Pan. The last man standing is Trumpty. Going to go for the car. Meanwhile, the Lost Boys close to Easter Place, who's the only one of Joel at that ridge. Overflocken, well, let's follow them and see if they are able to somehow get somewhere safe, but I doubt that. Shots coming in, killed by Pan, eliminated Malon, getting the kill against Trumpy, and Wilma and Delayla eliminated well by Johnny for Team Dog. Nomad also down one player with Laban. Omega willing to fight against the lineup from Los Polos Hermanos, it seems. Gansroot getting tagged there by Swatman. Gets knocked against Stork Trim. Not get another one. Shots against the car. Let's see if they will make it, or at least where they will drive. It seems in the direction of Ishav's Guerrillian OGs, and this, well, unfortunately was not in their favor. Los Polos Hermanos eliminated on ring 10, thanks to the lineup from Ishav's Guerrillian over here. No match in a dire situation, because Chris was the last man standing, and he has Doc in front of him. Is eliminated by Shippy, who is aware, or was at least seemingly aware, that there might be someone in that little shack. The Hawk now with the seemingly advantage, because they are in the circle, while Doc needs to make a move for it. And I'm not quite sure why Grondon is not using nades. He still has 3 of those. Just saying, well, I'm just gonna spray in their direction and maybe someone will get knocked, I guess. Not quite sure. As you can see, good positions for the, well, kind of good position for the North Navigators and We Blame Lag. Not a good position for the lineup from Doc, losing Trine. The Hawk over here, the only team in the circle, or at least completely in the circle. As you can see over here, the North Navigator would need to make a move, and they would need to make a move all the way over here to be safe-ish. We Blame Lag, Joel, and the Lost Boys going to make a move as well. Inca goes knock. Ghost of Valley, the one getting that be done. Unfortunately for Timix, he is getting eliminated by Ibra. He's only, well, staying alive for a bit longer though. Therefore, Bjorl out on rank number 7. 6 teams remain. Blue Zone and TJ will die to it. I mean, even though he still got a few hits in against Omega. Still not really sure where he should look. He's Matty. Unfortunately for him, We Blame Lag was aware of his position, and Matty able to eliminate him behind that tree. Meanwhile over here, the North Navigator is not sure if they should stay there or not. Best position so far for the lineup from Gahok. Over here, Ishav's Guerrillian close to an airdrop. I'm not quite sure why they did not take that one. And there's this Groza and level 3 gear in there. What's wrong with you guys? Go for it. Gamblefar completely ignoring it. Rusty ignoring it. I'm not quite sure what Ishav's Guerrillian's issue is. I mean, Gamble would. I mean, if you have an ace, you play the Groza as well. You've been Lack over here in a good position. For the best position so far for Gulhawk. Craziest in Thuria. The only 2 players standing for the North Navigators. 4 kills to their name. Gulhawk with 2 at the moment. We Blame Lack with 3, and maybe 1 for Ishav's Guerrillian. 5 for Ishav's Guerrillian. Oh, if we now have 1 kill for Omega, no, they have 3. Unfortunate. Right, the match badge is there as well now. Sorry for that. Should have been there all along, but it seems I have to reload it from time to time. Alright. North Navigators trying to go for a run. Let's see where they want to go. And if they will make it there, because they don't have that much. Oh no, oh no, oh no, oh no, oh no. Yep, I figured it's not. Oh, that car almost eliminating them. There it says, alright, I'm just gonna go from behind it. And he is eliminated as well by Ghost of, no, by Langefinger. Unfortunate popsicle. As teammates close to Omega. Molly should be good. Oh, that is perfect against them. Batman now the last remaining member of Omega. And then we have 3 people left. And he is eliminated by Hannah. We blame Lack with 4 players. 4 players as well for Gohok. And then we have 3 players left for Ishas Guerrillian. Who are currently the team Gohok has to watch out for. If they get blindsided. That will be it for them. Ronald with a knock against Marzi. And I think so far with the most damage of the match. 700 damage for him. 3 kills. A forced defender, craziest, Gamlefar, and Johnny. Nate is not looking too bad-ish. Could have been a bit longer, and then it would have been, well, right in the face of Ghost of Wally. Unfortunately for Gohok, Ishas Guerrillian is already moving, and they do have an angle against the players from Gohok. Rusty with his VSS. Oh, nice tags there. Langefinger, though, getting something in return. 8 by Gammelfar should not even be close. Awesome coming out. You can see a Panzer in hand of Popsicle. He's not quite sure where to aim it. That is the wrong direction. 869 damage now by Langefinger. There's a fellow with the knock against Gronmund. Oh, nice headshot by Langefinger. Going for the rescue of Gronmund. Langefinger goes knock as well, and this is not looking too good. Sonic's from the side. Not looking like We Blame Lack is going for a push either. Means they still have some time left. Sonic's knocked as well. Gamlefar going for the flush. And now this should be the match between Ishas Guerrillian and We Blame Lack. That was what I was talking about. Oh, nice nade there by Gronlund. Smoked by Dreas. Trying to get Langefinger back on his feet. Hawk moving forwards. But coming in from Ishas Guerrillian as well. Elimination of Dreas. Gamlefar knocked though by Ghost of Valley. Moving forward, sees the first one, gets knocked out. Oh, first knock by Langefinger, who's just in between the opponents. Some more damage in 1063 though. And he only has 60 bullets left. That is unfortunate. Still wants to go for another, gets another kill and another knock-in. Ghost of Valley and Hannah now in trouble. And this is looking like the game to lose for Ishas Guerrillian. Even though they suddenly are left with 2 players only as well. 5 kills for Gumlafar. And that was 2 only. They're getting the knock against Ghost of Valley and Hannah. The last standing for We Play Black. Jumping forwards and unfortunately does not make it to the ground. 9 kills and the winner chicken dinner for Ishavsky in the match number 1. 2,700 damage for Gohok. Over 1k of that going to the count of Langefinger and 10 assists as well. We'll hop over for a quick break before we return with match number 2. Alright, ladies and gentlemen, we are back with the updated leaderboard. Let's rush through it and see what changed. Change in the top, Bjoel now taking over second rank from Los Polos Hermanos, both with 210 points, but way more placement points from Bjoel with 90, only 1 placement point less than Gohok, but Gohok with 32 more kills, so still far away from them. 5 points still missing for Pomfrey to reach the 200 points. We blame that coming closer with 189. Then in the second half of the leaderboard, the next change. Norse Navigators taking over rank number 10 from Alien Nation with 119 and 116 points. And then at the bottom as well, a change. Ishas Guranian with 67 points, taking over rank number 14 from Ulverflocken. We're dropping down to rank number 15 with 52. And with that, we'll hop back into match number 2. As you can see, we are dropping in hot from the right side. Impala will be our first big city to reach, and then we'll end our travel close to Monte Nuevo. Unfortunately, though, this is one of the worst flight paths, because as you can see, there's a lot of cities you can't reach. Everything above El Azahar and El Pozo is not reachable. No Campo Militar, Tierbanca, Custoval, Water Treatment, Oasis, La Cabrera, Crater Fields, and Alcantara. Everything, like I said, is hard to reach. Same goes for everything below Resort and Valdemar. Or Valdemar and Puerto Paraíso. Resort is still hard to reach as well. Portono Prison, not even close to reachable. So that means we might have a hot drop here as you can see, between Alien Nation and Faintvader for truck stop, it seems. Pomfrey and Los Polos Hermanos close to each other as well. We do have a hot drop, it seems, in Los Leones between Ulverflocken and We Blame Lack. Aside from that, it looks kind of, well, yeah, kind of okay-ish. Mjantrud trying to get some shots in as well. Unfortunately for him, nobody home. Rusty over here shooting a bit as well, but there's no one even close to him. LSF deciding to go for a car, and I mean, Easter Place is seeing that. Tries to get a hit in, but I doubt that will work with the UMP on that range. Considering he didn't even have a sight or a scope. So this looks all kind of like we will see action, well, at the 10-minute mark or something. Well, not before that. Considering the only teams close to each other are here. And Los Leones, Ulverflocken, like I said, close to We Blame Lack. Let's up over here on top of the crane. What I thought to myself, if you have an emergency pickup and you go up here on the crane, would anybody think there was someone up here? Can you even get in here, maybe? Considering you might be able to drop down over here and then get in there. That should be a quite invincible position if it's possible. Now I have to check that out. Guess I have to play around and check it out if that's possible or not. Because that would be one of the best positions you could play over here in Los Leones. I mean, as long as you do have ammo, that is. I can pass only to this crane, I guess. But yeah, as long as you do have ammo and enough heal and the circle is in your favor, those positions would be supreme. Considering that happens less and less, and we do have, I mean, we do have 2 circles-ish which end on Los Leones. One of those ending, where was it? I think over here-ish. Yeah, over here-ish. So, yeah. There are still spots where the circle could shift. Ulverflocken now checking out if they can see the lineup from We Blame Lack. I doubt that, though. They do have an emergency pickup, but they don't need to use it. Circle shifted in their favor. Los Leones close to the center. And it looks like this roughly should be the center. That means that Motzi over here and on the other side, Ghost of Valley are currently the closest players to the center circle. That might change though, because as we can see over here, Doc is coming for a spot in Los Leones as well. Trying their best to find a spot they can play. Ulverflocken most likely should have heard that. Question remains, did they hear it? And what's their plan to counter it? Popsicle. Close to Kjantrud from Los Polos Hermanos. Close-ish, that is, because Kjantrud is all the way over here in the other construction. They're currently trying to get in here with the car, and it seems it works. Oh, Ronan tagged by Ghost of Valley. Alright, that did hurt, in fact. Let's not stay there. Get another hit. I doubt that we will see anything interesting within the next few minutes. Like I said, roughly the 10-minute mark will be the first kill we see. Sonic's over here with the airdrop. P90 for him. And for everyone wanting to watch the officials, the rumor is that PGC 2026 will happen in Istanbul, so in Turkey. If you want to watch it, that would be for us Europeans one of the best chances to visit some PUBG action. I most likely will try to even be at the event. Hopefully PUBG will honor me this time with the room from which I can cast. That's a venue. So I can get some stuff in for you guys. Looking forward to seeing a few friendly faces of the PUBG players and PUBG pros and coaches. I know from PGS1 and stuff. Timix, the first to be eliminated. A first kill in this case. Going to the count of Tyrolit, 4 killed by Pan. Wilden did stop though. And well, it was the 8-minute mark, not the 10-minute mark. Some shots over here by Doc in the direction of Nomad. Oh, nice tags against Patronus. No kill yet though. Good Pampan also with more shots. Craziest over here, close to the lineup from Isha Skirilian. They have seen him. They have seen the other rotations as well. They did decide not to open fire yet, though. But as you can see, Little Bionet is thinking about it. After having them in his crosshairs. For her. And over here, still the fight between the Lost Boys and Killed by Pan. Lit with 100 and almost 150 damage so far, with the most damage. Wolf looking in the back. See them in the 5 stack. I think they're not too happening. Do have boys to different. He's not willing to go that far. So here in the golden row. That base. Not enough happening for me to cast. Oh, popsicle there. Might not as well. Suddenly we black. We're on rank 2 in the last match. Are losing 2 players. Question is, what are the rest? I even here. So Valley now they won the race, or even for the ships. They check them. Arriving in the city, as you can see. Alienation. Driving in the direction of Dog. New friend. Oh my! I mean, he did get some friends already. Oh, Johnny! Taking down Cesaris and Bang. And running over 60. I'm not quite sure that the second time that happened for Omega. If I'm not mistaken. Looks like some revenge though. 63 was running some of the last match. Trina move forwards to it with Nathan of Wilden. Kara has seen Penny there. Really able to flush. There's only one left for the boys and it's Slash. See how long he can stay alive. Circle shift away from good positions for the North Navigate. We blame Lack and Nomad. Against the very positioning is eliminated by the kill takes out voice on ring 15. First team to be fully eliminated. That could have also happened to a nation or We Blame Lack if they had a different position from in the direction. Nothing to do with though. Those small skirmishes, nothing really bad happening. People flocking now some shots and off by Pan's station, but it's just here. Even there, it's not like it. Stoffello with the North Miansrut. And over here. Okay, 14. But We Blame Lack. One of the best DMRs in my opinion. Other team getting knocked by stasis. One thing remains. Forgot about it again. This should be correct now. Ooh, nice headshots. Mr. Valley again with the knock against Mjantrud. Floppy to the rescue. Circle shifts again. We're still at 52 players, and that affects a 8 players eliminated, if I'm counting correctly. At least if we would have had 60 players to begin with, which we didn't, we had 59 if I'm not mistaken, so 7 players got eliminated. And I'd go Valley trying their best to hinder Sloppy Jaris and his teammates from Los Pollos Hermanos in advancing to the circle. Fair enough. And over here, Overflocken. Trouble. Facing off against Killed by Pan. Only remain with Atlas and Deleda. They're going for a round of with shots over here. Okay, to put in forwards as well. Releases Delayla. Oh, and some shots coming in from Atlas. In trouble now, 11 HP remain. Waiting for him. Mate did not do any damage, but those shots do. That's, well, your fault, bro. Phase 4 has Alien Nation right in front of him. For her. Unfortunately for the later, the entry to the next circle is over here. We do have Nomad facing off against Los Pollos Hermanos. Omega facing off against Bok. Suddenly, there are firefights everywhere. Retreating. Okay, that would have been a bit faster. He might have been able to knock Benny. It's now not good for him. The Leda still running forward, still trying to find the entry to the circle. Gets spotted by and knocked with the kill. Lydia, meanwhile, knocked by the circle. Kata, the only one off killed by Pan who's in yet. That's the perfect position to rain havoc on Doc. Gets knocked by Trina now. The Relites decides to die to the blue. And now a chance of getting all of his teammates back. While we hop over to Kjantrud. Still close to Nomad. Shots coming from above by We Blame Lag. Kjantrud decides, well, it's not worth it. Not trying to get Skoctrim back. Hello there, Patronus. I'm not quite sure how to get up there. This was the kill against knock against Kjantrud. Benny and Chippy dying, and over here, Omega annihilating knock. Kjantrud Nade will not find anyone. Oh, nice tags though now. Knock again, player box. Meanwhile, Hannah and Ghost of Valley arriving down here. But they still need to move forwards. Omega close to them. Post just driving in circles over here. Oh, that wasn't where I wanted to go. And through it with shots in the direction of Omega. In the back we can see from We Blame Lack. Ghost of Valley knocked out while reloading. Hannah tried to heal, but it wasn't enough. Omega annihilates We Blame Lack on rank 10. Meanwhile, Fine Further has been eliminated. Los Polos Hermanos down to Mianzo. And over here, we are ill in a fight against the North Navigators. We have them arriving in the compound of Joel Bay. Syria knocked by Isildur gets killed by East Place. Watch confirmed. Ishafskari now facing up against Omega. Dusty with the right idea. But gets not quite crisp. Petronas with some shots of his own though. Oh, and that off position from Zigzag. Well, if he would have gotten the knock against Gamlefar, it would have been perfect, but he's able to get Little Big Gonette, and that just leaves John. Fortunately for John, there is some smoke coming out of the blown car. Which helps Victory to stay hidden. Was able to get Sloppy back. Waiting for his chance. Meanwhile, the North Navigators have been eliminated by Joel. He's the place with both kills. Still close to Omega. Trying to get away though. Not sure if Nomad knows that there could still be one down there. And John has the perfect chance to just run over Omega, but decides to try to get into the circle, and Melon takes that as his chance to get a kill in. Kill number 9 for Omega. A lot of points for them in this match. But down to the top 6, so they at least get 2 placement points additionally to their 9 kills. Let's see, most damage so far by Easter Place with 486. Norden with the most kills with 5. And then we have Johnny taking the most damage with 535. You can see Circle center held by Joel. Ronald with a knock against Garvor. Not even sure from where. Over here. The Lord trying to get Garvor back on his feet. And Sloppy need to make a move as well. They're not in the new circle. I have Nomad right above them. He's the place with the knock against Gronland. Not too good for Gehok, but good for Bjoil. And everyone else behind Gehok. We have 6 teams in the lobby at the moment. Gehok on ring 1, Bjoil on ring 2. Then we have Los Polos Hermanos on ring 3. Pomfrey on ring 4. Omega, well, so far on ring 12. And Nomad on ring 9. So top 4 plus ring 9 and 12. Flash coming out. Just with the knock against Gronland. Some shots in the direction. Well, meanwhile, push coming in from Pomfrey. Isildur eliminated. Carlos staying in the blue. Well, knocked by playbox. Petronas and Chris searching for that chance to maybe get knocks in against Los Polos Hermanos and even get those kills. On the other side, like I said, Pomfrey over here. Meanwhile, Norden gets his 6th kill for Omega. Kill number 11 in total. That looked quite worrying for a moment. That emergency cover, flare cover, almost tilting to the side again and rolling down that hill. That might have killed Norden. Los Polos Hermanos trying their best to fight up the hill. Oh, Chris knocked by Sloppy. Trying to push it. Gets another. Oh, gets a knock against Patronus. No, Sonics with the kill against Sloppy Jaris. Langerfinger with the knock against Patronus. This is not looking too good for Nomad. Rodin says, alright, I'm not going to try to fight the top. I'm going to try to go down the hill, maybe. Not too sure what to do. Inca trying to circle around the building. Gets knocked by Veru. Gavo's still there as well. And that just leaves Ibra as last man standing at Fort Bjoil. Or the last man standing for Omega. 7 kills, 5 kills for Bjoil. So Hawk with 2 only. No match so far with 7. Then we have Pomfrey with 1 kill. Most kills, at least team-wise, so far for Omega. Let's see. Norden still topping the leaderboard with his 6 kills. Easter plays with 770 damage. Floppy Jaris 586 damage taken. Phase 8. Our circle center will be here. As you can see, these are the positions of the players. Norden smoking forwards. Needs to hope that Nomad is focusing on Gehok rather than on him. And Norden, unfortunately, is eliminated by Patronus. Ibra waiting for Pomfrey to make a move. Pomfrey is getting shot at by the players of Gehok. More shots coming in. Gehok wants more kills. Gavo decides to get knocked by the blue. They're trying to push out. Joel eliminated. Ibra spotted by Crisp. Gavo die into the circle. Pomfrey most likely will die to the blue as a whole. Nomad pushing down. Unfortunately for them, Those buildings will not stay in the circle for long. I mean, this right here is the center of the circle. So, if you play over here, you just have to wait for Nomad to make a move. One more nade by Theru. Not too good. Onyx getting a knock against Playbox though. Move an arch, jumps right in front of Grunman. And therefore Pomfrey is eliminated. Like I said, this should be the perfect position there for Gahok. Getting the knock against Crisp. Onyx has seen Playbox, gets a flush. And suddenly, Nomad is stuck. Another knock, and one more left. Patronus might die to the P90 as well. GG, well played. Winner with a chicken and a Gahok with 7 kills. 11 kills though from Omega. Nomad with 1,933 damage and 7 assists for Omega as well. With that, we hop over for a quick break before we return with match number 3. And we are back with the updated leaderboard. Nothing changes in the top 3, but number 8 changes and rank number 9 as well. Nomad taking over rank number 8 from the Lost Boys with 139 points. Lost Boys with 131. Pomfrey finally made it to the 200 digits at rank number 4. And then we have another change. If Ishaskaring going up another spot. Rank number 13 now for them with 73 points. Taking that place from Fiendfeeder with 70 points. And let's hop over to match number 3. We are back on Rondo. When it comes to the design, most beautiful maps we have. But, well, fine. That much. And with that, hopping over. As you can see, Rondo. The map with the Sakura blossoms, or with the cherry blossoms, and one of the longest and steepest stairs there is. As you can see, we are dropping into match number 3. Checking out our playing pass. We start between below Hamai Town to the east of the map and our pass at Long Ho in the southwestern corner of the map, or in the bottom left, depending how you want to see it. And with that, well, we do have lots of spots to jump to. Jardina City is a bit out of the question. I mean, it's a bit more than 1.5. So you need to grab a car somewhere to drive there. Jiaotin is also a stretch, so if you want to get there, take a car. Fast Track Neox Factory are still easy. Here my town, Muho Pan will be easy. Same for Fengtun. So let's see where those players will drop. And if we have another hot drop over here in Hengshan. So open out, we have the Norse Navigators and the players are from the Lost Boys, if I'm not mistaken. Next up then, Los Polos Hermanos. And then a big pool of players with Bjoel, Gohok and the lineup of We Blame Lack. Then Alien Nation and the lineup from Pomfrey. Next up, we have Dog dropping out. Well, it's Ishav's Guerrilla Energies. And just these 3 teams, if I'm not mistaken. Overflocken, Nomad, killed by... No, way more. Overflocken, Nomad, killed by Pan, Finifira, and Omega. That's a lot of teams at the end. And my town's played by Lost Boys. It looks Navigators wanted to go there as well, but they couldn't. Do we have a hot drop? Oh yeah, we do have. We do have a hot drop-ish situation over here. Killed by Pan Overflocken and Finifira. Let's see who will go where, and if we do have that fight. Finifira decides to get off that situation. Killed by Pan, thought about trying to go for the boss, but retreated after seeing that Overflocken was closer there. Oh, and Lydia is in trouble. Lydia is in trouble, but it's not looking like Overflocken is trying to go for the run over. So that means Killed by Pan is staying alive with all 4 players. The question is, where does Lydia go? Where's Lydia going to loot now? I mean, this is out of the question. That's one of the secret rooms. So the next best option would be over here. I mean, there should be enough loot for 1 person if you take into account these few buildings, but you still need some mobility. So a car or something would be nice. Nomad over here with Laban, Firebox, Crisp, and Patronus. So far, rank number 8 for them. They did move up the ranks today. Not a bad day for them. Even better day, though, for Kohok on rank number 1. 260 points at the moment. Division 1. Most points by STFU was 311 after 4 days. I doubt that Div 2 getting close to that. Div 3 maybe. Because we had Summy Gamers over the top with 185 points after 3 days. I have to update that. Let me do that. Just do that at the moment. Go with div 3. 3, thank you. And we're gonna fetch candidate matches. See if we can find the matches for day number 4. Good. There's a bit too many matches though. Did we have a remake? Seems like it. Oh, great. Now I have to check out which matches are which. Guess we can't do it like that for div 3 at least. Let's check out div 2. Missing matches for them as well. I can tell you the correct points. You can see emergency pickup for Team Omega. Trying to fly into the circle. Hawk there as well as We Blame Lack, Alien Nation, North Navigators, the Lost Boys, Los Polos Hermanos, Doc, and Pomfrey, as well as one player for Bjoil with Defento. His other teammates are looting Jadena City. Over here we do have an airdrop. Let's see if Doc will find that. Not looking like it, because Benny and Junior are just driving in circles over here. Some shots in the direction of Pomfrey. Well, that their focus likes elsewhere than at this airdrop, which is hidden behind a tree from their POV. We are going for the emergency pickup. This is looking good. F2 should be correct now as well. Oops, was 209 points after 4 days. The F2 is still close. Oh, nice tag there by Johnny from the driving car in the direction of Los Polos Hermanos Kian's route. More shots coming in. Not able to hit Doc as much as he wants though. And Doc still knows that he's somewhere. Shots from We Blame Lack in the direction of Omega, trying to use the emergency pickup to land on one of the hills. Quite sure this is a good idea though. And I'm even more unsure why they did not try to land on this one. Maybe HU wasn't too close to that. I'm not quite sure. Los Polos Hermanos was a 2-2 split. 2 players with Mjansrud and Sloppy Jarvis close to the players of Joel. The other 2 close to Doc. Not too sure. Their opponents know there's only 2 players there. Otherwise, they might try to breach that. Talking about breaching. Overflocken. How about breaching Omega? I mean, we know there's a possibility that a circle might end at this position. We had it already. Meanwhile, Ghost of Valley has knocked Norden. Zixari is trying to get him back on his feet and is able to do so. Meanwhile, most of the teams have made it to the circle, except for Fiendfidder and half of Nomad. There's in a, well, precarious position. Let's say it like that, because as you can see over here, Ishaskarelian is driving in his direction. And if they see there's only one... guys. What is this? What is it with this lobby and running someone over? Especially a teammate. I mean, every match so far, we had someone running over his teammate. In this case, it's Ishaskarelian. The first match, if I'm not mistaken, it was Omega. And the second match, it was Omega. That's in the direction of Nomad. Comfrey up here on the roof. Oh, tire destroyed. Our first knock and second knock. Comfrey with the knocks against Crisp and Patronus. It's looking anything but good for them. First 2 kills for the count of Pomfrey. Quite sure what the scoping issue is here. Victory with some tax against Osiris. A match with a BRDM. There was some lava in it. But unfortunately for them, BRDM has not that much gas left in the tank. So the question is, where will it take them? I mean, they are still in the circle. But I doubt they'll come far. Most of the teams are in the circle, except for Fiendfidder. Still over here. Right. Running right in the direction of Killed by Pan. Everybody else is in there. Over here, Mjansrud, Follows, Armanos close to the Norse Navigators. There's just now against Fiendfidder. But yeah, with some good damage. Darden with the knock against Osiris. That'll be a kill though. Considering that Osiris is in a building. And Omega is not so close that they could convert that. Over here, Fiendfidder decides, so well, we need to get in the circle somehow. Good thing for them, the circle shifted, well, it shifted central-ish, but with a touch to the left, to the west. And therefore, good position. They don't have to make it far, but they have to get close to Killed by Pan, because it's over here. is the corner of the circle. The edge of the circle. And to get in it, they either need to fight Killed by Pan or Overflocken. Or even further, Gehok. He says over here, 4 Sonics. Playing with the M24. You can see most of the teams have found a spot. Oh, bang, knocked by Norden. Like I said, in the building, there's no way he will be eliminated. Suddenly Isha's Gorillion respawns. So we're gonna still over here. Needs to make it in the circle as well. Gorillion lost at least one of their tires. But the car is drifting better now. Answers with a knock against John A. Coming in from behind. Pulling the car up. Completely misjudges, though, that Isha's Gorillion already got out of the car. Oh, Rusty almost killed by the car. If that nade would have pushed the car a bit further and Rusty would have stood there, I mean, he most likely would have been knocked out. Oh, that's a good nade. Oh, no, it's not. Overflocken against Killed by Pan. Layla going for the race. Same applies to Gator. Gator. Oh, nice nades. Humphrey also with some knocks. Getting the kill against Little Bigonat. They're saying, alright, guys, push it. They're rezzing. Flash coming in. Multial. Getting knocked by Pyrolix. Wilma needs to reload. Atlas, the last man standing now for Overflocken. Suddenly Killed by Pan's position looks way better. Atlas getting spotted there. Gator with the bolty takes his head. Or at least his life. And therefore Overflocken is eliminated on rank 15. Isha's Gorillion still close to Bjoel. Knocked, but Ibra is going for the race. The circle shifting. Can see that the players of Gehok decided to go for the high ground. Right on top of the hill. They want to play, they want to survive. Below them, we have Killed by Pan. Now over here, Pinafera is going into the direction of Pomfrey. From the other side, we have the players of Los Polos Hermanos. Oh, Lapern knocked. Suddenly it's just Seritrin. Getting some help now from the other side by Los Polos Hermanos. Javor going for the kills. The Lost Boys eliminated. Timix has been spotted. LSF flushed by Mjansrud. Skoptrim taken there. Oh, Mjansrud just barely sees. Spots him. Skoptrim also too focused on the other opponent. And suddenly Los Polos Hermanos is in trouble. 2 players down. Alvano, the last remaining player for Pumphrey as well. Sloppy Jarvis finds Sertrin and the limits, and Skoptrim dries to the blue. Sloppy trying to go for the race on Mjansrud. Trying to hold the Norse against Bjoil. Seems like Los Polos Hermanos decides not to try to get the kill against Pumphrey. Because most kills there for Gavor. Running into the direction of We Blame Lack. Meanwhile, John with a knock against Gamlefar. I don't want to say it, guys, but he's your teammate. What the heck are you doing? Gavor is eliminated. Hannah finds the kill against the last man of Pumphrey. Therefore, Pumphrey out on rank number 12. Over here on top of the hill, like I said, we still have Gohok below them. We have killed by Pan Kjansrud. Running over Ishavskerillion. There's one left only, which is Rosti, who finds Mjansrud. Mjansrud spotted, but is able to eliminate Rosti. Ishavskerillion down on rank 11. Sloppy knocked by, I guess it was Ibra. He was the Fento killed by Weebim Black. He get knocked out. Pops the kill. Wants to confirm the kill. Gets knocked by Gronland though from top of the hill. Hello out there. Mjansrud going for the race on Mjansrud. Thinking about also going for the race of Sloppy. Just needs to move further. I mean, Easter Place has no real vision in his direction. He does now, though. Focusing on something else. Sees him running. Decides to destroy the tire. Meanwhile, Hannah close to Kjansrud. Shooting 600 damage for Kjansrud already. Normal 4 kills, 2 assists. Finds the first one, but gets eliminated by the second. P90 to his face. Will they get Hannah back? That's a question. They will try. From this side, though, Los Polos Hermanos eliminates We Blame Lack. But Easter Place, with his VSS, decides to knock Mjansrud, and therefore Sloppy is the last man standing. It's not looking too good for them. Needs to move, but he does not know where. Oh, that nade is too short. Benny on the other side. In the direction of Sloppy, and he is eliminated by Ibra. Benny over here decides, well, that is the right direction to go. There was someone killed right there just a moment ago. Meanwhile, from the top of the hill, he's getting shot at. He does not know where those shots came from. And Sonics eliminates him with his VSS from the top hill. And therefore, we're down to 7 teams. Playbox, the last man standing for Nomad. Alien Nation, still all alive, but without 0 kills so far. Stable place in regards to all alive for Gohok, but they do have 3 kills. North Navigators down here also still all alive with 2 kills. Then we have Omega left alive, all 4 of them with 1 kill. I mean, I'm not quite sure Melon should be known to Playbox. But he's just crawling forward, says, alright, I'm a snake. Don't follow me, please. But I'm gonna grant him his wish. There we are. Carrying Stissis, trying to get him to the safety of the circle, but just running in circles. Because he's not knowing where those shots came from. This is eliminated by Melon. They're dropping down. Shots coming from top of the hill, though. Langerfinger has no helmet anymore. Oh, there was a lot of over here against Craziest. Here we are. And Space Shark knocked down. The North Navigators say, alright, Gohawk, alright, you get those kills. We don't want the North Navigators to get them. We don't want Omega to get them. It's a play spotted as well by Langerfinger. The plays just unlucky in his position. Nice headshot there. Langerfinger with the knock against Easter Place. Now, like I said, on the other side, we have killed by Pan with an of Alien Nation, and that landed perfect against Shanks. Cyrus trying to get Brakara back on his feet. Needs to move though. Blue is pushing forwards. Yeah, and phase 7 already. Phase alive, 6 teams. Playbox needs to move forwards again. But it's too close to Norden and his teammates from Omega. I mean, Playbox would be able to get a kill if he wanted to do so. Away from Omega. And Omega needs to move as well. Fortunately, they do have Gohok above them. Up and down. Brought over here. The box running a bit. Hopes that no one spots him. Meanwhile, we are back in the fight between Killed by Pan and Nation. On Alien Nation is eliminated on ring 6 by Killed by Pan. Also here, the last man standing as well. Playbox trying his best to stay alive. Darts eliminated. Andreas dies to the blue. Through falling, that is. Guess he was too close to the hill. Hawk so far with 8 kills. Sonic's knocked through falling as well. Oh, I'm not quite sure what you are doing. You know that you can just open your chute, yeah? Just asking for a friend. I'm unsure what happened there. I mean, if Hawk had... Yeah, Sonics would have just fallen on his head and would have survived this. Because you can't break that fall. So Omega in a good position to win this. Because they're in the center of the circle. They have the numbers advantage. All 4 of them are still alive. Ibra is the last man standing for Joel. We have 2 players left for Hawk. Even though they are still the first. And I have 8 kills so far. The number and position advantage of Omega might be good enough. Ibra with the knock against Grondment. Gets a kill. The finger as well. And 249 sprays, but it's not good enough. And therefore, it's Langerfinger against Omega. 1 against 4. Like they say, clutch or kick. Will Longerfinger be able to overcome this? Or will it be on to be victorious in the end? Drops down, finds Dixery. But unfortunately, from the side, Norden with yet a kill for Omega. Winner chicken and Omega. Los Polos Hermanos with 10 kills, 1,787 damage by killed by Pan and Pomfrey with 5 assists. And with that, we'll hop over for a quick break before we will return with match number 4, our first match and only match on Tego. And we are back with the updated leaderboard. No changes in the top half, but in the bottom half, we have Omega ranking up 2 ranks. Rank number 10 for them now with 125 points, taking over 10th place from the North Navigators. They are dropping down 1 place, as well as Alien Nation to rank 11 and 12 with 123 and 118 points. And with that, we'll hop over to match number 4, because we are on a Tego, as I said, and that means with that flight pass, as you can see, Gohok should go dog. So, if I'm not mistaken, they will land there. Or will they have contest? That's a different question, because we're starting at airport and ending our trouble at trouble. Yeah, it might be trouble, but our travel obviously at Star. Considering the flight path, this roughly should be where the teams might drop from the plane. So everything in the top half of the map is reachable. Bottom half, not so much. Harpo, Hosan Prison, Hosan School, Hosan, Buksansar, Ohyang, and Hospital, as well as Fishing Camp, might not be that great of a stretch for the teams. But we'll see where they drop. Let's follow the plane and see who drops out first. It's Finfeder, Alien Nation, and Bjoa. Following them, we have Los Polos Hermanos and Ishas Guerrillian, as well as the North Navigators, and the players are from Killed by Pan. Next up, we blame lack. Oops, that wasn't where I wanted to go. Van Gogh, the place of Overflocken, a Dog, and Nomad. Pomfrey and Omega. Last but not least, we still have the boys, the Lost Boys. Let's see who will be dropping where. Gahok going for Go Doc, as their name suggests. And we do have a slight hot drop situation over here. Jansrud trying to get to the car first. Has seen Mr. Slick arriving as well. Misses him behind the tree though. Still not sure where his opponent went. So no run over for him. They're watching the wrong direction. Sees him now. The Slick, unfortunately, without a weapon. Oh, and we have our first kill over here. Contest in a palace between Nomad and Dog. There's only one player left for Nomad, which is Lava, who's still reloading. Getting some shots in against Dog. Jansrud finally found Mr. Slick and run him over. I guess we missed the funny part. And that's it, GG, well played. Laban eliminated. Is able to get the knock-in against Trina though. And in the back we can see the next team with Omega arriving at this situation. So Palace is the high kill spot that it seems. I guess Nuck did get the blue chip of Mr. Slick. At least I would suggest it happened considering where it came from. Because this roughly should have been the place where Mr. Slick has been killed. Somewhere around here-ish. Well, I'm not sure. Doesn't matter though. So Circle shifted to the north. Good position for Overflocken as well as, well, Go Dog with a big split. Holy shit. Sonic's over there, Gronland over there. Langerfinger the only one in Go Dog. And then we have Dreas all the way at the coast. I mean, that's a possibility to free up some space between you and get the intel in. We'll hop back over here to Palace, even though we are in a tree at the moment. Because we still have two teams over here with Doc and Omega. We can see that Norton is already checking out if Doc is somewhere close. I mean, they most likely did hear that fight between Doc and Nomad. Most likely Nomad might lose their 8th place. Omega. They won the last game. They want to do it again. Reminds me of that SpongeBob meme. As SpongeBob was the flashy guy. Or the SpongeBob Flash, I guess. Do you want to see me doing something? Do you want to see me do it again? Should I? I can do it again. Ah, he heard them driving away. Not seeing them yet. Now he does. Doc says, alright. Let's move further. There's another UAZ over here. Hard spawn. Which means that Doc has not one, but 2 cars. And I guess Omega has 0. There's one more over here, but most likely Doc will take that if they have the chance. There is a buggy over here, so at least two of them might have the option to drive. Omega deciding to venture further into the hills, though. And wants to go on foot into the circle rather than driving. Emergency pickup over here for Alien Nation. Another one over here for the lineup of Los Polos Hermanos. Skogstrom says, well, if I prone down, you cannot see me. One click. 1 mil. First team to loot to drop, though, is over here overflocking. Though the later said, oh, well, I don't need it. Air package is empty, so there we go. Atlas has the P90 in hand. Was there a second drop weapon? It's not looking like it, it seems. Which is quite rare, though. But it looks like it is the case. Later moving forwards in the direction of Alien Nation. Right. We have the option to hurt them. I want to hurt them. Why shouldn't I? Or nades. Most likely 5 nades for plus inventory. 1 plus inventory. Astin Brakara. Kara hasn't realized yet that the Layla is close. Oh, and that is not the first knock. The Layla, unfortunately, not able to get that knock in. Kara with Nate in the direction of where the Layla was prior. We do have a Panzer in hand of Cyrus. Also going for that tree. There's no one home, though. The Layla did already retreat. Mr. Slick back in the game now. Right on the opposite side of Los Polos Hermanos. That might be good for Mr. Slick, though. He just can loot freely. As long as Los Polos Hermanos decides not to push him. That is. Oh, and Skogstrom is already going for it. He has seen him. And he's waiting for Mr. Slick to show himself. Mr. Slick meanwhile says, well, I'm not gonna stay over here. I'm gonna try to go for the coast and then run over here. Maybe in this direction. I'm not quite sure. But it looks like that might be his way. Or just prone it down there. I mean, there's enough spots to hide. Yo, bro. You okay there? Do you need help? Should I call your teammates? I mean, I know where they are. Do they know where you are? Should I tell them where Los Polos Hermanos is? Should I tell you where Los Polos Hermanos is? I'm unsure. Floppy trying to breach the compound. Good for him, there's no one home. Los Polos Hermanos being like, well, wait, you told me there was one over here. There should be someone over here. Same goes for Alien Nation and Overflocken over there. Bang. He's the Layla. Tag 1. Not able to get a second tag in though. We're coming in from above. Bang. Might get knocked though. Or not. More shots coming in. Still knock. Meanwhile, Omega is close to Los Polos Hermanos. And as you can see, circle shifted again. And we do have another airdrop over here for Killed by Pan. But yeah, already has found something. And over here, Comfrey. Close to Sonics, who's using his M249 to his best advantage. Let's see where We Blame Lack is deciding to land. Atlas with a knock against Bang. Finally a knock over here between Overflocken and Alien Nation. It looks like Alien Nation wants to get away from that compound. That's P90 in hand. Sees Brakara. That's another attack in there with the P90 before getting knocked. And with a knock against Atlas. From the side now, We Blame Lax deciding to join that fight. Alisiev getting knocked through falling. I mean, we're still waiting for someone to run over his teammate. Right now with the elimination of Alisiev. Later pushing forwards. Ara close. Spots the Layla first. Kill confirmed. That's something Overflocken's still waiting for. Well, like I said, over here we do have We Blame Lag. Matzi with a knock against the Moldfield. I wanted to check if that's a known player. Nope. The Moldfield is no. Lapern with a knock against Trina. Johnny with the knock and flush against Lapern, Wolnock, and Cedrine. That kill number 5 for Johnny. Atlas waiting for his chance to maybe get a knock in against Alien Nation. They are huddled up over here in their little compound. Why should they move? Why would they move? Why did they need to move? No one knows, except for maybe some old fuel. And Atlas. Doc needs to move. Same applies for the Lost Boys. They are not in the circle. The Hawk. Los Polos Hermanos. Mr. Slick. As last man standing suddenly for Finifira. Polos Hermanos in trouble. Angerfinger with some good hits against Kiantrud. Cyrus with a knock against the Moldfield. Oh, now it's just Atlas. Who spots Bangs? Spots the next one as well and needs to reload. But realizes that too late. And Alien Nation is finally able to eliminate Overflocken. Now though, We Blame Access. Alright. We know there's at least one of you guys knocked. So let's try to push this as well. We have 2 nades for Hannah. 1 nade for Ghost of Ollie, 3 for Matzi, 2 for Popsicle. Oh, beautiful nade against Osiris. Didn't realize there was one close to him. Goes to Valley with the spray against Bang. Lutefiskin already going for the rest. I will not have Bang though. Will be eliminated. Oh, goes to Valley. You could have had Osiris. Kara, the only one in the compound. The other two are behind the building and behind the wall. Oh, nice spray. Osiris goes down though. Floppy with the knock against Norden. Omega in trouble. Lutefisk go down as well against Sunspray. That just leaves Bakara. Trying to get around the building and gets a knock-in against Matzi. Is able to go for the flush, but then gets killed by Ghost of Valley. Still, Alien Nation taking a chunk out of We Blame Lag with that elimination of Matzi. Getting another one for the leaderboard as well. 6-3 over here, close to Kjanthrud. Ospolos Hermanos, Doctrum trying to get Kjanthrud back on his feet. The back we can still see Gohok. Still alive with all four players. Kjanthrud back on his feet again. Back on his knees again. Doctrim knocked down as well. That just leaves Kjanthrud as last man standing for Los Polos Hermanos. Trying to circle around Gohok. Quite sure if he will make it. Emergency pickup for the North Navigators. 6-3 has 3 nades left. I'll get some shots in against this. Nade coming in. Oh, unfortunately hits the tree. If he would not have hit that tree. TJ with a knock. Next nade was better. Unfortunately he's not using another one. And this is the only one to use the emergency pickup for his team. Killed by Pan with knocks. And kills against Doc. That happened over here. Doc eliminated. Getting the knock in against Dahl. And Lydia finally able to do some... Lydia, it says Lydia ran over them with the car. I doubt that though. Gonna be surprised. And over here we have a Pumphrey getting eliminated by Gohok. Because I think maybe more likely the car was exploding and then ran over. Oh, not against craziest, but a little bit gone at. Just a flick over here. Close to John. But if been spotted trying to run into the other direction. Will be gone at in a fight against the North Navigators. Oh, nice knock there. Gets another one, and that's it. North Navigators eliminated. A bar little Bigonet. Mr. Stick saying, alright, I don't want any part of that, so please go into the other direction and let me stay alive. Depends if John sees him. We still have the fly audio box. Sorry for that. Getting through it close to the Lost Boys. Gimmicks and TJ. Waiting for his chance to maybe get a knock or a kill in. Needs to move and it's eliminated. Mr. Slick though with the knock against Little Bigonet. That means that Ishevskirin will play only with 3 players from now on. But he's trying to get into the direction of their compound. You're not seeing them standing on the roof. The main question is, do they not see him running down there? I mean, they should have seen him. They most likely know where Little Bigonet was knocked. So, I don't know. Lost Boys over here, Timix and TJ. As the remaining players of the Lost Boys. Mr. Slick says, alright, I'm just gonna move down the hill here. Maybe try to get even further down and then no one can see me. No one knows where I am. 7 teams remain, 20 players. 4 players left for Joel, 2 players left for the Lost Boys, 3 for We Blame Lack, 4 as well for Gohok. Killed by Pam 3 and 3 players left for Ishevskirin as well. Not quite sure if my math is mathin'. See what Mr. Slick does though. Good thing for him, Joel is not anywhere close to him. I'm still unsure if we have had someone knocking out their teammate with the car. As we had that in the last matches. Running, moving forwards. Will be close to We Blame Lack. Popsicle sees Ghost of Valley and Hannah. Nate in hand. That's not a good nade. That is too short. Bit too far to the right. Popsicle with the right idea. Tries to check the right side of him. Oh, Sonics with the knock against Ghost of Valley. Langerfinger with some shots too. Popsicle did realize too late that Gehok made the move. Therefore, Marcy eliminated. Now from the other side is the Lost Boys coming in. Popsicle sees Sonics. And now with the M249 in hand. And that nade is a bit too short. Right direction though. First of all, with the knock against Sonics. He is eliminated by Hannah. Coming out from behind, it's Ishevskirin trying to drive by. Now it's getting chaotic. Knocking out TJ. Going for the flush as well. Emo goes to Valley, knocked and flushed by Gohok. We blame Lack, not too sure which way they should be fighting. They decide to go for the fight against Gohok. Need some help from Ishevskirin. Oh, and the The last man standing from We Blame Lag has been eliminated. Popsicle going down. Ranked number 7 for We Blame Lag. And Grönland suddenly is one of the last 2 players of Gehok. Dre's already in the compound close to Gamlefar. Just in the back. Meanwhile, we can see Timix getting eliminated by Defento from Joel. Even though he was fighting against Ishavsgerillion. He's the place. Eliminates Trumpty Dumpty as well. Rusty trying to run away from Grönland. John has a mighty good idea where Grönland roughly is. He should have been able to see him though. Hello, what's wrong with you? Move more to the right. And Rusty throws down, tries to shoot the ground. There's no one there though. He's spotted by Grönland. Flash. That's it. Rusty eliminated. Ten kills for Gehok again. 4 for Grönland. He's not the player with the most kills though. That is currently Johnny with 5. 539 damage as well for him. And Kiantrud, 689 damage taken. Slick over here still. One of our sole survivors. Gamlefar got knocked. John is now the last remaining member of Ishavsgerillion. We are down to our top 4. Joel with the most players and the best chances with that. Ooh, nice tag there by Dreas against Easter Place. Entering the circle, we might have a bit of time before anything happens. We're only in phase 7. By the chinking now. Mr. Slick close to Joel. At least 3/4 of them. Inka, Stefanto, and Ibra. Easter Play is currently the only one who's not even remotely close. Wants to move forwards. Works to the right, wants to play to the left. At least from his POV. Trying to bait the players off Gehok. Grönland going for the airdrop. He is waiting for his chance to maybe get the knock-in against Easter Place. Sees him. Not able to get the tag. And the VSS does. And almost knocks him. Grönland, almost 0 ammo. I mean, 1 mag is full and that's it. Inka finds Mr. Slick. John proning and crawling forwards. Might get spotted by Joel next. They might see him. He's quite well hidden. Nope. I wanted to say he's quite well hidden. Inka gets the kill against John. And Joel is able to eliminate them. Easter Place with a double elimination. GG well played. Winner winner chicken dinner. Gehok with the most kills. But Joel with the chicken dinner in the end. 11 kills for Gehok. Then we have 1,564 damage for them. As well as 4 assists for We Blame Lag. And with that, we'll go over for a quick break before we will return with match number 5. And, well, there is no change in the leaderboard this time, but the Hawk is getting close to those 300 points with that next match. 8 points remain for them to make it to the 300. Will they be able to do so? We will see after match number 5 has concluded, and match number 6, obviously, because we still have 2 more matches to go today. Both of them on the most beautiful map, in my eyes, PUBG has to offer with Erangel. So let's see if the teams will be up for the challenge, or if something else will happen. We will see once match number 5 and 6 have concluded. We'll hop over to match number 5 and the map of Erangel shortly. Let's do it. Welcome to Erangel and match number 5. The lighthouse awaits. Not only on Miramar, no, it's on Erangel as well. As you can see, our playing pass starts at Zarki and will end on Sosnovka Island. That means we might have, well, which will not be too good for the players, what will be interesting for us, Sosnovka Island ending. Well, the players would prefer it not happening, but I guess we can be quite, we will be quite happy about that from a Weir's point of view. Because that means fights on the bridge, fights over entries, fights over boats, fights over bridges, fights over everything. And who will drop where? That's what we see once the plane starts. We will drop down to Erangel in 3, 2, 1. And there's our plane. There are our players. And we will be going live. I'm not quite sure how I'm so slow. Let's hope we will catch up to the plane. First to drop out are the players of We Blame Lack and Overflocken, as well as Omega, Bjoil, and Sloppy here. Los Polos Hermanos. The North Navigators, Doc. And next up we have Alien Nation, as well as Gohok and Nomad. Killed by Pan and Pomfrey. Then Finafira and Ishas Guerrillian OGs. And last but not least, we still have the Lost Boys in the plane dropping out to Sosnovka Island. Will it pay off for them? That's what we will see once the circle hits and shows itself. 2 teams going Georgia Pole south-ish with Joel and Los Polos Hermanos. Beshar quite close to Nomad there. And there's a big bulk of players over here with Ishas Guerrillian OGs, Pomfrey, and Finavira. Let's see. Circle should be hitting in a few seconds. And then we will see if the gamble of the Lost Boys did pay off. Or if it didn't. And it does! Sosnovka Island, a circle, if I have seen anyone, any. That should be an ending roughly around here. So, yeah, take it from me. This most likely might be a valid spot for the end circle. This compound will be quite valuable for one of the teams, if it's not shifting to the right. So, Ishas Guerrillian and Finafira decided to split from Pomfrey. And that means we only have 2 teams at the moment who are in the circle. One of them being the Lost Boys, like I said, here on Sosnovka Island. The other one being killed by Pan with the ferry pier compound. And Lydia in the yellows, as well as Tyrilit over here in the gas station. Was that? There should be kills in the near future. Still asking myself what this is supposed to be. What kind of graph? Because this obviously is a gas station. And that looks more like maybe, I don't know. I'm not sure what that is supposed to show. Oh, Finifira in trouble. Mr. Slick already did get some damage by Ishaf's Guerrillian, it seems. Nope. He didn't. He was knocked out through... I mean, maybe someone ran into him with a car. It's not the first time we had that happen. Or maybe he jumped out of the car too early. I'm not sure. But considering that Laperne is close to him in the car, that means he most likely got knocked by either the car or something else. So we continue with someone got run over by a car here. Which is also close to a song called Grandma Got Run Over by a Reindeer. That's a Christmas song, so I'm not going to continue singing it. Because we're not even close to Christmas, we are close to summer. And with that, the festival season. Finally back. This festival, so normally that thing should be open. Considering that I was still waiting for the there it goes. There is our airdrop. Let's see, what can the airdrop see? Quite a lot. At the moment, that is so. Oh, where did it go? Where did it go? There did it go. A bit further away than I thought. Oops. A P90 in it, and that position means it will be found by one team or the other. Some shots over here killed by a pan in the direction of Gohok and Lydia. Anti-relate are quite low, so they got hurt. Not quite sure if that applies to Gohok as well, and it does not. They're not even remotely hurt-ish. Meanwhile, Omega has lost a player. Delilah with the kill against Melon. Floating in over here. Can we see what's in there? Oh, of course not. Unfortunate. First kill though for Delilah over Flocken, only with 3 players this match. Same applies, well, now to Omega. We play Black also with 3 players. And Ishaf's Guerrillian OGs also with 3 only. So numbers did disadvantage for those 3 teams. Like I said, Omega was playing with 4 players. They lost Melon now against Overflocken. So that doesn't count. At least not fully. And I was too happy that just looked like Killed by Pan wanted to go on the drive-by. But it was their teammates, so I'm unhappy for a moment there. Because I thought we would see some action. Well, we saw bad driving. And some shooting. I'm not quite sure why it decided to shoot in here. Or anywhere. Some shots over here by the North Navigators. Gatka in the direction of Broil. Pinfira and Pomfrit over here. But aside from that, nothing major happening. Oh. Don't say too much too early. We did have some shots over here. Alien Nation trying to cross the bridge. But was held up by Ishaf's Guerrillian. Except for one. This Iris. Who decided to wait for it. Rather than trying to cross the bridge. And we can see that Ishaf's Guerrillian is going for a little boat joyride. Instead of using the bridge. Because they're saying, alright, we shot in the direction of Ishaf's Guerrillian. In the direction of Alien Nation. It might not be too wise to just drive over the bridge after them. That's true. But considering that that Alien Nation is not held up in these, or hold up in the bridge compound over here, it could have been wise. Oh look, there's an extended quick draw magazine over here. Shots in the direction of Los Polos Hermanos. Over here we can see the Lost Boys. With some shots in the direction of Drace. Most teams have arrived on the island. Except 4-ish. I mean, Nomad is on the way. Joel needs to make a move. The North Navigators are waiting for their emergency pickup. And We Blame Lack is still waiting. Still driving, I mean. Considering, I mean, whoa. That's a big rotation. Roughly. They did start in the Verney. So I'm not quite sure if they took this way, which would be quite ridiculous. I'm rather think they did do something like that. Or something like that. But I'm unsure. Maybe Popsicle might answer that question later on, which way they took. But yeah, that's a weird rotation from We Blame Lack. Stuck over here. 4 men, 1 car, close to Alien Nation. And Alien Nation has 2 M249s with Brakara and Lutefiskin. So, I'm not quite sure if we want to stay there with a car. With 4 people, that is. Same applied to Finafira, and now all 4 of them are getting out of the car and taking a new car. I mean, I guess the gas tank is empty. Yeah, looks like it's alright. But we stop for a second. I want to check the speedometer. I want to see how many mileage that UAZ has. Guys, please stop. There's another car there. Oh, there's another car here as well. They don't listen. They just don't listen. 4 players in 1 car is not the optimum. Considering that Nomad is in that, or close to that building, I'm not quite sure if their rotation is wise, as well as there's a red zone coming in over here. Nomad will be too happy about that one. Knock, leper, knock 10. Firefighter is eliminated on ring 15. That was fast. I guess we don't have a mileage counter on here. But we can see that the gas tank dial is correct though. Still half full. That was quite a quick elimination. So we're trying with some shots in the direction of Ishavsgurian. Let's see if Humphrey will make it into the circle alive with those 2 players, considering that they're driving through the red zone. But it looks good so far. Still moving to the next building. Shots from the Lost Boys in the direction of Kohok. We blame Lack with a bit of issues. when it comes to driving a boat. Not quite sure what they are trying. So finally made it to the island. And as we can see, there are a lot of teams not in the circle yet, with Alien Nation, Doc, Omega, Wolverflocken, and Nomad. Everybody else is in the circle. And I guess Joel has to face off against Weeblemag now. Coming out. The Fento also spotted. Get close as well. Unfortunate for Joel that they did give up that compound now. Ibra knocked. Boy is trying to get some hits in with the VSS. Against the Phantom, need to heal. Another nade coming in. That didn't hurt. At least not much. That didn't hurt me too much. Curse spotted a knock by Ghost of Valley. Bento. Hannah. Oh, Stefento with the right idea, and Popsicle goes down hard. That was a fast, quick change. Flush confirmed. Ghost of Valley not too healthy as well. Now it's a 2 against 2. Benny with an 8 eliminates 6 Orient Northern, and therefore Omega is eliminated on ring 14. But aside from that, a real fight over here. We have a bit more action. Doc facing off against the North Navigators, or at least they were for a brief moment. Crazy is coming in from this side. Has an airdrop in front of him, which is still unlooted with the farmers. Does have a UMP though. And a killing Ibra. And they're still prone in this little crater here. Well done with a knock against Bang. Happen over here. And over here, Ishevsky really in trouble. Alien Nation with sprays, and those M249s destroy the UAZ from John. Now getting into the Dacia to Gumblefar. Meanwhile, Gahok with some shots in the direction of Los Polos Hermanos. They lost Andreas and Sonic though. Over here. So very spotted. Shots in the direction of Hannah, and Hannah goes down against the Fanto. Small dog shot at by the North Navigators. Driving behind Easter Place, who's trying to circle around them. Around that tree to stay hidden. Walking over here, moving down the hill. See if they have more luck. 13 teams remain with 43 players after 18 minutes. Up with shots in the direction of the North Navigators. The Phantom pushing forwards. Joseph Valley, well, he decides to use the moment of confusion and goes for the kill against the Fanto. 1-1 now. Easter Place and Ghost of Valley left for their respective teams. 3 kills for We Blame Lack, 1 kill for Bjorl, 2 kills for Bjorl. And if Easter Place is unlucky, he might be in the crosshairs of Doc, but they decide to go for those shots, and they happen down there in the compound, Coast of Valley. Unfortunately, the player who has to deal with it now. Holding it backlash. Mixed with the knock against Osiris over here. Kara and Lutefisken for Alienation. Benny with the kill against Ghost of Valley. Saru with the knock against Crisp. Everything happening so far on range. Doc has found the car. Or they did have a car already. Benny is close to Easter Place. Ulmer with the knock against Grönland. See if Benny will be lucky or if he will die to Easter Place. He makes the knock by Lutefisken. Oh, and over here we have the next team flying in. Nomad deciding, alright, this is a good position to fly in. Let's check out what we can do from here. I guess that's to Doc's advantage. Alien Nation eliminated. Karin Osiris Crisp knocked as well by Trina. Getting techno badly by Nomad. Another knock coming in from Shippy against Laban. Transfer with the knock against Wilma. Wolfwalking is eliminated on rank 11. Nomad trying the best Easter Place with some text against Playbox. Gets a knock in against Petronas. But from behind. Benny heard those shots. Moving forward. The place has to watch out. The shot he takes now. An advantage for Doc in finding him. Oh, and that's it. GG, well played. Benny eliminates him. Joel out on rank number 9. And as you can see, we have 8 teams left over here. Pomfrey and Killed by Pan. And one more over. We have the Lost Boys facing off against Los Polos Hermanos. Wilden with the knock against Mjantrud. TJ with the knock against Sloppy. Now it's just Mjantrud and Skogtrim. Moving forwards. Tries with spray. There's no one home though. Meanwhile, up here, we lose. Killed by Pan. Should have stayed at this fight here. TJ knocked Timix with VSS in hand. There's a smoke by Kjansrud. I'm not quite sure why they're smoking. I mean, they're helping their opponents in this case. So the knocked Skogtrim goes for the flush as well. Timix goes for the knock and gets at least one. TJ gets the other one, and that's it. Los Polos Hermanos eliminated by the Lost Boys. TJ with the M249 and 10 HP gets 2 of them. Surprise, surprise. In the end, unfortunately, they are eliminated. Pomfrey down to Elisiev after Garvor and Theru are knocked and flushed by Space Shark. Langefinger eliminated as well. Rank number 6, a Forgehawk. Elisiev trying to go for the res here. You can see shots flying in from the North Navigators. The car will explode in a few seconds. Blue Zone is coming in. Elisiev is going in the wrong direction. Not quite sure they will survive this. Circle is hitting phase 6. Doing some damage. Good thing for them. Doc is coming in from behind in the direction of the North Navigators. And they are in trouble now. Only one of them remains. And Doc eliminates them. Killing spree. Kill number 30 now for them. Doc annihilates the North Navigators and helps Pomfrey in the process. Amlafar over here looting for the lineup of Ishav's Guerrillion. One of our soul survivors. Together with TJ for the Lost Boys. Then we have 2 players left for Pomfrey. With Elisiev and Thero. And 1 whole squad for Doc. TJ with the knock against Benny. Gets another one against Johnny. And is eliminated by Trina. But now is a chance for our 2 survivors. Or for our duo. If Gamlafar is not joining in that fight. Don't want that. You want to let them fight it. I mean, they need to fight it fast. Considering they're leaving so much time between that. All 4 players are back on their feet. Gamlafar knows where they are. So he's letting them fight now. Pomfrey, rank number 4. After the first 28 matches. Doc on rank number 6. Ishavskarino G's. Rank number 13. Still a good day for them. They did start at rank 16. After they didn't play last week. Knock against Shippy by Theru. Jeff coming in as well. Gamlafar circling around. Alright, I don't want to play against Pomfrey. Most likely would like to help them eliminate Dog. Considering there are still 4 left of them. 14 kills for Doc as well. That should be enough points to get them into the 200-point range. And maybe even in front of Weeblemlack and Pomfrey. Depending on how many points they get. Oh, Shippy knocked out. Trina now with the knock against Zeru. Gamlafar coming in from this side. Sees Trina. Gets him. Nope, does not get the knock. Johnny and Trina with the kills against Elisiev and Zeru. And Gamlafar is confused now. I did get the knock, didn't I? There was something happening in the kill feed. Yeah, it was not your knock, bro. Tuscarillion at least with second place. So 6 placement points for them, even though they did get single kill. At least for now. And now it's a 1 against 4 situation. Mate coming in. Well played, and that is GG. Well played, Benny with the last kill. 17 kill chicken dinner for DOG Dog. 70 kills, 10 points for placement, 2,470 damage and 9 assists. And with that, we'll hop over for a quick break before we will return with match number 6. Unfortunately, our last match of the evening. And we are back, and there are, well, 2 changes in the leaderboard. Well, 4 in total. But Doc taking over rank number 5 from We Blame Work with 212 points, still staying behind Pomfrey. Then we have 203 for We Blame Lack on rank 6. And in the second half of the leaderboard, the Norse Navigators take back 10th place from Omega with 129 points. 125 for Omega. They could have almost dropped down to rank number 12 if Alien Nation would have had 2 more points, that is. Nonetheless, fortunately, we are getting close to the last match of the evening, and we'll hop on over to the map just now. As you can see, our plane path starts below Kamashki and will end at the coast to the left of the quarry. Or, well, between quarry and Gatga, that is, I mean, I don't know, at that compound at the coast, I guess. And that means we most likely will have no Sosnovka Island circle this time. Most likely, that is, considering this is our rough plane path, and the plane path just, well, the circle just has to cut the plane path. It still is possible that it will shift partially to the Sosnovka Island. Nonetheless, still possible. First to drop out, we have Lost Boys. Then, and after them, we have Finfira. In Yasnaya Polyana, we might have a hot drop between Gehok, no, not Gehok, We Blame Lack and Ulvoflocken. Then we have the lineup from Ishav's Guerrillian and Killed by Pan dropping out, as well as the players of Nomad Dog, Alien Nation, Pomfrey, and Gehok, as well as Joil. And last but not least, the teams of the North Navigators and the players of Los Polos Hermanos. The side of our situation over here in Yasnaya Polyana. I'm not quite sure what Hannah's trying there. Alright, trying to get away there. Just stealing the car. Making a move for it, trying to get to a different position. There is another car over here in the garage, though. You can see Ulflocken has taken the puzzles as their position. Atlas, Delayla, and Vilma. And let's see if we have anything else. Popsicle over here in the police station. And then in the back, we can see the other two. Ghost of Valley and Hannah over here. Well, there's not much happening, and there won't be much happening in Yasnaya Polyana, I reckon. At least for the foreseeable future, that is. Our circle shifted quite central-ish with a touch to the east. A good position there for Nomad, who are in the apartments close to the school. School empty. I'm not quite sure why that is, because normally everybody wants to drop school. Even though I don't understand it. I'm happy that I get out of school. But people decide, well, it's PUBG. We want to go to school. Maybe you should learn something. Jokes aside, you can see Isildur driving to the Potato Hill, or around the Potato Hill at the moment. Circling and searching for a better spot for his team. Pomfrey They are currently still on rank number 4. But that might be only for a short moment. Because Doc is quite close to them with 6 points less. Then obviously we have Boy Black with 203 points close as well. But currently below Pomfries Isildur, we have the players of Nomad. We're only on rank 8, only because they have roughly 70 points less than Pomfrey in total. 86 kills to 121 kills after 29 matches. So that's quite a lot. We haven't seen any fights so far. Bit of shots. A bit of damage over here. 6-3 did get hurt. I'm not quite sure why and how. Oh, Isildur. Isildur went for it. He is in one of the puzzles. Alan and Crispin the other one. See this from above. This is roughly the situation. I'm not quite sure if Isildur thought about that. Currently smoking, so now Nomad knows that he's there. Coming out. He did park his car over here. We can see his teammates are coming close as well. So this might be our first fight over here. Helsiev engaging together with his teammates from Pomfrey. One over here. Has a good position theoretically. I think he could just look through this window. Isildur trying to drive away, says, alright, I don't want to stay here. Those guys are not friendly. Let's go somewhere else, guys. Don't want to stay where I'm not welcome. And in the meantime, we can see a different team arriving at school. Alien Nation. Whoops, what was that? That looked like the buggy was crashing in here and then flying off to the right side. At least for a moment. Alien Nation over here in the back. We can see Doc trying to search for a position to play. I mean, considering where that circle might end. Take a wild guess. This compound might be key. Pomfrey. Taking over G-Core. Taking over the L compound. Doc most likely will take over G-Core because Benny's already in there. And for everybody wondering why it's called L compound, because the buildings look like an L, even though it's mirrored. This is more looking like a G. Considering the garage is having this additional hook over here. And if you would have another building over here, this might look like a G with a bit of fantasy, that is. Shots from the North Navigators in the direction of Los Polos Hermanos. There's not really much happening. The same cannot be said about this position, this situation over here. Bang knocked about Patronus after Laban tried to get the car to safety. It did not work. But the knock did work though. Alright, so far, let's check the map. Oh, shit, there's nothing changed. Oh, wait. Wrong direction. This should be it. Oh, looks kind of similar. Wait a second. We're going to do it better. need to get a bit closer. It's not 1-1. Well, we're getting there, Chad. We're getting there. No, jokes aside, let's get back to the action. Enough playing around with the map, even though there is not much action. As we can see, Finfera advancing to Milta. Then over here we have Ishevskarian, Yasnaya played by Ulvoflocken, and over here in this compound, close to the Hall of Fame, we have the Lost Boys. And the question is, will they stay there or not? Because killed by Pan, having them surrounded, at least at the moment, and I'm not quite sure how long their cars will survive in that compound. And if they lose their cars, getting out of that compound is a different story. They already lost one tire over here. They did keep 3 others, though. Do they have a second car? The answer is nope. That's very unfortunate for them. No further car. Because they're not in the circle anymore. Circle shifted to school apartments again. And like I said, chances are that this right here, this compound over here, will be close to the center of the final circle. Is given. We might have a different ending as well, though. Something over here. Close to the school, that is. I mean, there are endless... Well, not endless, but there are possibilities. The highest chance would be happening over here, though. At least in my eyes. Shots over here from WeFlameLack in the direction of Ishevskarian, and John flying through the air with the bike. He needs to heal, though. Gamlafar and Rusty over here at the volcano. Have to watch out, though. Because we still have Easter Place and his teammates from Bjor in the garage. Oh, that nade is a bit too short. Do we have a second one? Oh, Easter Place has flashes, though. I'm far not seeing much. This spot's Easter Place. Let's note his teammates now that he's getting close. But he's falling back is a wise decision. Player box decides, well, I don't see any opponents, so I'm just gonna destroy the tires of the bike. Valid excuse. At least having something to shoot at. Mixed with a knock against Trumpy, who is still in the building, though. And the knock against Lydia. And that is quite bad. 4 killed by Pan. You can see Turlit is still over here. Trying to get away, has no car, it seems. And Dals is trying to go for the rest on Trumpy. Good thing for him that the Lost Boys are not really willing to push with their car. Because, I mean, they lost a tire, but still, they could go for the push. They did have 2 men down in the compound, so they should know that there's only 2 left. Oh. Red zone. Red zone. Oops, I'm out of the blue. Good thing for the Lost Boys, the circle shifted to the southwest, southeast. Over here we have a fight between Finafera and the North Navigators. Bay Shark, the only one with a kill yet, and he most likely got that against Sirotrin. in the direction of Los Polos Hermanos. And to drive further into the circle. There's an airdrop over here. Has not been looted yet. Farmers with 15 times scope. Still not sure where you would need a 15 times scope if you grab a farmers from an airdrop. Wilma with the knock against Inca. Tirlin knocked by Timix. As you can see, the Lost Boys are opening up again. King Lydia and Darts in the back. A nice tag again. Then needs to reload. Atlas with the knock against Easter Place. Let's hop over there. That's close. Layla even already in the building. That's with the knock against Ibra. Wilma hopping around. And flopping. Defanto with the knock against Vilma. And gets a knock against Atlas. Meanwhile, Delayla made the way up the stairs. Trying to jump out the window. That should be the option for Inca. He's the last man standing for Joel. Quite sure what his mission is, because he knows that 2 men are knocked and Wolfwalken is only playing with 3 players. One wrong move might see the fate of Joel. Or the fate of Wolfwalken. Oh, and it might be the fate of Wolfwalken. Layla almost knocked there. Inca. What's Atlas, who's pushing up the stairs but watching in the wrong direction. Or looking in the wrong direction. And Inca is unfortunately slower than the Layla. And that's the end of Joel on rank 15 this round. Gohawk meanwhile with a knock against Finafira. Circle shifts top hill. And I'm unsure where that end will be. Fern moving around. Gronland going for a boost. That might be the advantage. Pern, who sees him sprace, but does not get the knock. With the knock against Isildur, though. Hit from the side by Sonic's Molly. And that's it. GG, well played. Shippy running over Benny. And that's it again. That's it again. Doc doing what we waited for. Going for the team knock through car. I mean, that happens way too much. Mjansroots and Nate finds Gumlafar. Another Nate coming in. Rusty. Face behind. And one more Nate. Rusty. Mjansroot with a knock against Gumlafar. Brakara with the knock against Rusty. From all the way over here. All the way over there. That just leaves one for Ishas Gorillion. That's John over here. Just all the way around. Walk on top of the hill. Question is, what can they do against the North Navigators? 1 against 4. And finds John, and therefore Gahok eliminates Ishas Gorillion on rank 13. Lungerfinger trying to play the spoiler. Trying to find the opponents, and over here we have the fight between Pomfrey and Los Polos Hermanos. Jansrud, the last remaining player. Needs to heal, needs to reload. Needs to go for the kill. Spotted from the side. There is Nate, finds him. And Pomfrey eliminates Los Polos Hermanos. Meanwhile, top hill. Fight between Killed by Pan and the North Navigators. The happy third party in this case might be Gohok. It's coming out. Craziest over here needs to heal. I look way closer with deleting him. Shark might have seen Lydia. Yeah. Stars with the knock against Craziest. Shark in trouble. Shots coming in from the back from Langefinger. That nade is perfect. And this just leaves us with Dissis, who's not even remotely sure whether the opponents are coming from. Or in which position he should be focused now. Be it Gehok or be it Killed by Pan. Only one team in the center of the circle so far, which is the lineup from Pomfrey. This is waiting for Langefinger to make a move. Coming down that hill, Johnny with a knock against Hannah. Trying to get the flush as well. Christopher still alive though, trying to go for the race. Over here, Doc and Nomad still in the puzzles. Obstacle needs to make a move. Delay that for Ulflocken, not successful. And with that, Ulflocken is eliminated on rank 11. With a knock against Trumpy. And suddenly it's only one and he's eliminated as well. Dart's not able to get the kill against Norden. And Omega, they're playing mighty good today. Langefinger with some nice attacks against Norden, and Norden loses his helmet. Has to watch out. Smoke's coming out. Omega needs to move down the hill. Leads to this position, and that's way too open. This is still somehow alive. Making a move as well. Hopes he's not getting spotted by either Omega or Gohok. Fortunately for him, Omega is pushing in his direction. He only has one first aid, so he needs to move. Gets a knock in against Sixery, but is killed by Blackman. We can see Valen is trying to go for the rest on Sixery. Not quite sure that smoke is popped so good. Arden close to Gohok. Langefinger with a knock against Swagman. Sixery back on his feet. Raj with a knock against Sixery. And Omega is falling into pieces. In shambles. Holland with some nice attacks against Norden. They know where he's at now. Another nade. A bit too far. Melon. Swagman. Knocked in, flushed. Same applies for Doc, and Omega's out on rank 7. Doc on rank 8. With that, the South belongs, at least for a moment, to Gohok. Lost Boys are close as well, though. Gohok with 6 kills, Lost Boys with 3 at the moment. And Wilden is searching for his next opponent. Over here, we have Memento Mori, I want to say, nope. It's Pomfrey. Close to the lineup from Alien Nation. And over here, All the way coming out of the puzzles, we have Nomad. And all the way over here, perched in this little shiggy shaggy, we still have Hannah and Ghost of Valley for the lineup of We Blame Mac. Patronus in trouble, has the most damage at the moment. Backman and Nomad Crisp with 3 kills, with the most kills each. Brakara now the last man standing for Alienation. That escalated quickly, I wanted to say, because Bang killed himself. Nate, he wanted to throw it most likely in the direction of Pomfrey. Or throw Nate in the direction of Alienation. From behind though, Crisp is coming close. He still has a Nate, so he should have had the option to face off against Alienation. Trying to circle around them. That might be wise. Teeth Brakara and the M4 reigns supreme against the good old Vector. Lutefisk eliminated as well. That means we're down to 5 teams. Fighting over here, Gehok. And the lineup of the Lost Boys. Sonic's tagged by Vaj. Circle shifts in favor of Gehok and the Lost Boys. Or the only teams close to the circle or in the circle. Pomfrey and Nomad need to move. Same applies to We Blame Lag. We Blame Lag though with the, well, easier rotation. I'm not quite sure if TJ knows they are still there. I mean, he's watching that direction. Finger now with a knock against Vaj. Wilden trying to run away, spotted by Sonics. We might get a bold headshot here from Timix. Yes, confirming the kill against Vaj. Oh, knock by Sonics against Wilden. This is not looking too good for the Lost Boys, considering that from behind we now have We Blame Lag. Hannah and Ghost of Valley. The one man remains. That's Timix over here. Meanwhile, Nomad is facing off against Pomfrey, Zeru and Gavor with knocks over here. It just leaves Crisp and Patronus. Molly might be good. Is perfect. Zeru eliminated, burning to death. And that is kill number 10 for Nomad. Number 11 for Nomad. Meanwhile, we also lost the Lost Boys. Gehok with 4 players still alive. The same cannot be applied for Nomad, I guess. Molly was not too bad, was perfect. Ghost of Valley in trouble. Gehok with 10 kills now. Ghost of Valley has to retreat. Nomad left with 2 players, Patronus and Crisp. Ghost of Valley, a sole survivor for We Blame Lag. This should be the chicken dinner for Gehok, their second one of the day. As you can see, Sonic eliminates Ghost of Valley. 2 against 4. Nomad versus Gehok. Who will get the chicken dinner in the end? Will it be Nomad or will Gehok maybe make the impossible possible? Nomad make the impossible possible. Because I reckon that Gehok has the upper hand. Ronald coming in from behind here. On the right angle, sees Patronus there. Unfortunately, his shots are not good though. Patronus' position is known. Crisp position, not yet. Switching around. And Thomas in hand. He's Crisp again. Almost gets it not confirmed. And now it's Patronus. All the way in the smokes. 966 damage to his name. Crisp with the most kills though. Smoke's fading. Not coming out, and that should be it. Patronus 1 against 3, 1 against 4 situation. Going in the wrong direction, Sonics. Petronauts at least gets a knock against Sonic, but is killed by Andreas. And with that, winner chicken in a Fogahawk with 13 kills. 2,363 damage though by Nomad and 12 assists additionally for Fogahawk. Holy shit, if they had all those kills, that would be 25 if 1 assist would have been a kill. Nonetheless, let's check out the leaderboard. I'm going to calculate for you guys till it is updated. So we have 13 kills plus 10 placement points for Fogahawk. They had 295 earlier. Get another 13 on top. That means they have 23 on top. That means they have 218 now. 318 now. Yeah, 318. Nomad 11 plus 6 means 17. They had 146 plus 17 means they have 163 now. We Blame Lag got 1 kill plus 5 placement points means 6 points in total. They have 209 now. Then on rank 4 we have the Lost Boys with 3 kills plus 4 placement points means 7. Additionally to their 143 points they had 150 now. Pomfrey, 5 kills, 3 placement points means 8. They have 226 points now. Alien Nation, 2 kills, 2 placement points means 4 points in total for them. Plus their 124 means 128. Omega, 5 kills, plus 1 placement points means 6. They have 131 points now. Doc, only a placement point, no kills, 213. Norse Navigators, a kill, plus 129 points prior means 130. Killed by Pan, 3 kills, plus their 166 points means 169. Ulvoflocken, 4 kills, plus their 54 means 58. Los Polos Hermanos, 2 points, plus their 237 points means 239. Isha Scarillion, Feinfeder, own without points. They stay at 77 and 88 points. And then we have Bioa Il, 2 points for them. Additionally to their 252 points means 254. And the leaderboard has been updated, so let's check it out in detail. First place, still Fogahawk with 318 points. Then with 254 for Bioa on second. Los Polos Hermanos with 239 on rank number 3. Pomfrey with 226 on rank 4. Doc with 213 on rank 5. We Blame Lag with 209 on rank 6. Then we have Killed by Pam with 40 points less with 169 on rank 7. Nomad with 163 on rank 8. The Lost Boys with 150 as first in the second half of the leaderboard was rank number 9. Then we have Omega slightly below them with 131 points. 1 point more than the Norse Navigators and rank 11. 128 points for Alien Nation on rank 12. Ishaf's Guerrillian so far with 88 points on rank 13. Then we have 77 points for Feinfeder on rank 14. And Ulvoflocken last but not least with 58 points on rank 15. And with that, we are unfortunately at the end of the evening. But fret not, we will see each other again on Thursday on my channel for the Div 1 of Komplettligaen. So tune in. I'll see you then. And I'll rate you over to someone else. Thank you for tuning in. Thank you for the lovely and lively chat, that is. And obviously for the follows. I'm going to rate you over to someone else. I'm not quite sure who will be live. So stay tuned. And I'll see you then. Bye-bye.